A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky tastes better.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Better get a carton, better get a carton, better get a carton today.
Hello, friends. This is Don Wilson. You know, that college cheer represents a lot of smoking cheer on campuses all over the country. Yes, indeed. Because a nationwide survey based on actual student interviews in 80 leading colleges reveals that more smokers in these colleges prefer Lucky's than any other cigarette. But that's not all. The survey also shows Lucky's gained far more smokers than the nation's two other principal brands combined. More important still, the reason most often given by the students for smoking Lucky's was Lucky's better taste. Yes, Lucky's do taste better because LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine, mild, good-tasting tobacco. And Lucky's are made better, made round and firm and fully packed to taste cleaner, fresher, smoother. So make your next carton Lucky Strike, and you'll agree Lucky's better taste is something to cheer about.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Better get a carton, better get a carton, better get a carton today.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, Los Angeles is so proud of its civic beauty that the local Chamber of Commerce supplies visiting tourists with free sightseeing buses. So let's take a tour on one of these buses and see what it's like.
Well, here we are in Beverly Hills. On the left, ladies and gentlemen, is the residence of that very fine dramatic actor, Lionel Barrymore. And to the right is the home of none other than Gary Cooper.
Gee, Gary Cooper, I could sure go for him.
Hey, remember, Poopsie, we're on our honeymoon.
Yeah, we've been married 2 days already.
Nearly 3 days.
Quiet, Mama, or we'll send you home.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're now in the heart of Beverly Hills, which has more movie stars per square mile than any other community.
Oh, look, there's Trigger.
That's my wife. She got one of those new hairdos. And now we're turning into Beverly Drive. At the moment, we're passing the home of Johnny Ray. Look, that's Johnny sitting on the porch laughing. This is his day off.
Gee, imagine the home of Johnny Ray.
Yeah, look at the little white cloud over it.
And now, folks, if you look to the right, you'll see Barbara Stanwyck's house. And next to it is the residence of Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. And next to that is the home of Jack Benny.
This is where I get off, driver. Stop the bus.
Did you stow away again?
Never mind. Stop the bus.
Watch your step getting off.
Thank you.
Forget the thanks. I don't want you to get hurt and sue the company again.
Oh, quiet.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we leave Beverly Hills and drive out to Santa Monica. Yes, folks, beautiful Santa Monica.
Anything I hate, it's a smart aleck bus driver. When you say I beg your pardon, then I'll come back here. When you ask me to forgive you, I'll read. Can't you hear me calling when the rain and them are falling? Gee, was I surprised when we So surprising. We passed Barbara Stanwyck's house. She's still using those same old curtains. Hello, Rochester.
Hello, boss. You're a little late.
Yeah.
That bus must have gone to Santa Monica first today.
No, we came right to Beverly Hills. Any mail, Rochester?
No, but Miss Luella Parsons called.
Luella Parsons?
Yeah, she wants to get an interview about your career in radio and television.
Well.
And pictures.
Pictures, too?
I talked her into that.
Good. Then is she coming over for the interview?
I told her this evening would be okay.
This evening? Rochester, Luella can't come over tonight. I invited my gang for dinner.
That's good, boss.
Good? What do you mean good?
Be a big shot. Tell her you're giving the dinner in her honor.
Say. Gee, you know, Rochester, you really think fast.
I wouldn't last long around here if I didn't.
Well, you go in the kitchen and get things started, and then Come in. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. The gang get here yet?
Not yet, but guess what? Luella Parsons is coming over tonight to interview me.
She is?
Yeah. Gee, Mary, I want everything to be just right when Luella gets here. Rochester, don't forget to put flowers on the table.
Yes, sir.
And go down to the cellar and bring up some wine.
The cheap wine or the imported stuff from Cucamonga?
The imported wine, of course. Gee, Mary, imagine Luella Parsons coming to interview me. Hope everything goes along all right. Oh, Rochester.
Huh?
Don't forget to put flowers on the table.
I'm putting them.
Oh, yes.
Jack, what are you so nervous about?
I'm not nervous.
Then stop running your fingers through your hair. Put it on and relax.
All right.
Jack, the curl goes in front.
It's not a curl. That's the loop I hang it up with. Well, there's nothing wrong with being neat, you know. That loop is supposed to be in back.
Well, tuck it in. You look like Fu Manchu.
Fu Manchu. They might have a May company in China, too. You know. Look, Mary, See, I'm hot tonight. You can stop with the jokes now. Luella Parsons is coming over, and I want to make a good impression.
Well, Jack, if you really want to impress her, when she comes in, compliment her.
Compliment her?
Yes, tell her how nice she looks and that she's so much thinner than you thought she was. Women like to hear that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, Jack, I can't understand why you're so excited. Didn't Luella interview you a few weeks ago?
Yes, Mary. She wrote an article that appeared in a fan magazine about my 20 years in radio.
Was it a nice article?
Well, to tell you the truth, Mary, I never got a chance to read it.
Well, what are you going to do if Luella asks you about it?
I'll just have to change the subject, that's all. Anyway, I just thought of something. Rochester! Put some flowers on the table.
Boss, what are you going to do with Miss Parsons' feet or a barrier?
Don't be so smart. And do what I tell you. Now, Mary, come on out in the kitchen and help me get things ready. Whoop! That must be Luella now.
Oh, Jack, it's too early for her.
Oh, yes. Come in! Oh, hello, Dennis. Come on in.
Hello, Mr. Benny. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Dennis.
Dennis, I'm glad you came a little early, because I wanted to...
When do we eat?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Now, look, Dennis, I don't want you pulling any silly stuff tonight. We're having Luella Parsons for dinner.
You promised us roast beef.
Dennis, we are having roast beef. Luella Parsons is the guest of honor.
The way prices are today, the roast beef should be the guest of honor.
You said it. Now, look, Dennis. That's a great line I had, wasn't it? You said it. I like those sporty lines. Now, look, Dennis, when Luella gets here, I think it would be nice if you sing a song.
Not me.
Now, Dennis, don't be silly. If you sing for her, she might say something nice about you in her column.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
What?
I can just see the headline now. Dennis thrills Luella.
Look, kid.
If my girl reads that, she'll slap my face.
Dennis, unfortunately, nobody's going to slap your face. Now, you're going to sing for Luella, and let me hear the song now.
Okay, but if my girl throws me over and marries King Farouk, it'll be your fault.
Mary.
Dennis, sing.
Thanks.
Because you're mine, a brighter star I see looks down my love and envies me. Because you're mine, because you're mine, because you're mine, a breeze that hurries by becomes a melody, and why? Because you're mine, because you're mine. I only know for as long as I may live, I'll only live for the kiss that you alone may give me. And when we kiss, that isn't thunder, dear, it's only my poor heart you hear, and it's applause because you're mine. I only know for as long as I may live, I'll only live for the kiss that you alone may give me. And when we kiss, that isn't thunder, dear, it's only my poor heart you hear, and it's applause because you're
Dennis, that was very good, and I want you to sing it just that way when Miss Parson gets here. It'll be... Oh, I just thought of something. Rochester!
I'm putting them.
I didn't mean that. Look, Rochester, about dessert tonight.
Dessert?
Yes, I'd like to have crepe Suzette.
So would I, but we're having canned peaches.
Why can't we have crepe Suzette? Don't you know how to make them?
Oh, I know how to make them all right, but we have no brandy.
Wait a minute. What happened to those 3 bottles of brandy my sponsor gave me for Christmas?
When Phil Harris came over to say goodbye, he drank a quick toast.
How do you like that? Whoops, that must be Luella now.
All right, Jack. Now, don't get excited.
Who's excited? Rochester, answer the phone. I mean the door. The door.
Wait a minute, Jack. It'll make a better impression on Luella if you answer and be charming and gracious.
I will. I'll even bow. I'm coming. Welcome to my humble abode.
Hey, what are you looking for, Jack? Did you drop something?
Oh, Bob, Don, the sportsman. Come on in, everybody.
Oh, hi, Jack. Hello, Mary.
Well, this is quite a coincidence, all you guys arriving at the same time.
Oh, Jack, I got here about 10 minutes ago, but I was out in the backyard looking at your swimming pool.
My swimming pool? Why?
Well, I've been thinking of having one put in myself.
You have? Bob, we've been doing that for years.
Boy, I really think.
Yeah. What do you think?
I've been thinking of having one put in myself, and I thought maybe I could pick up a few pointers on it.
Oh, yours. Go ahead. We'll get off of this show Tuesday.
Oh, that's nice, Bob.
Bob, what size swimming pool are you going to put in?
Well, just a normal size, 20 by 40. I don't think I can afford a big one like you or like my brother Bing's.
Well, my pool is pretty big. It's 60 by 100. How big is Bing's pool?
Well, I don't know, but next week's Florence Chadwick is going to try to swim it.
Gee.
Well, Jack, what I want to know about is the upkeep. Is it very expensive to maintain a swimming pool?
Well, not too expensive, but there are certain costs that most people forget.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, Bob. Pool, 20 by 40, requires about 40,000 gallons of water.
Oh, I don't have to worry about that. I'm filling my pool with Campbell's soup. What? You haven't lived till you've jackknifed into a whole pool full of chicken gumbo.
Gee, if a guy goes down for the third time, he can get fat. Look, fellas, before I forget, I want you all to behave yourself tonight because Luella Parsons is coming here to dinner. She's going to interview me.
Well, Jack, I thought she gave you an interview just a couple of weeks ago.
She did, and that's what I want to talk to you about. She did a big interview on me for a fan magazine. I didn't get a chance to read it. So if she mentions it, please change the subject.
Okay.
In fact, a good idea would be not to talk about me at all. Get on some other subject. Let's talk about politics. Everybody's talking politics now.
Politics?
Yes, for instance, Adlai Stevenson. Adlai Stevenson just visited Los Angeles, and, Eisenhower had a birthday party down in Texas. We can talk about that.
By the way, how old is General Eisenhower?
He's 62.
62, huh?
And Senator Nixon is 39.
That's right.
Gee, Mr. Benny, what a coincidence.
Yeah.
You and Eisenhower are the same age.
We are not. Now, look, everybody, please remember that any time Luella brings up that fan magazine article she wrote about me, change the subject.
Oh, Jack, stop worrying.
Now, Dennis, don't forget, when Luella gets here, I want you to sing that song.
Okay.
Say, Jack, the Sportsman Quartet and I have been rehearsing a song we were going to do on the show. Would you like us to entertain Luella, too?
Say, that'd be kind of nice. What number did you prepare, Bob?
Well, we could let you hear it now. Come on, guys, let's sing it for her. I fell in love with you the first time I looked into them there eyes. You've got a certain little cute way of flirting with them there eyes. They make me feel happy, they make me blue. No stalling, I'm falling, going in a big way for sweet little you. My heart is jumping, you sure started something with them there eyes. You'd better watch them if you're wise. They sparkle, they bubble, they're going to get you in a whole lot of trouble. You're overworking them, there's danger lurking in them there eyes.
We fell in love with you first thought we ever drew. Lucky Strike. You are the perfect blend, that's why we recommend Lucky Strike. November, December, the whole year through. There's nothing beats puffin' on a Lucky, no other will do.
I know a thing about, so I can sing about Lucky Strike. They have a taste that you will like.
Good.
All others forswear 'em. You'll know the reason if you tear and compare 'em.
The finest cigarette you're ever gonna get. Lucky, Lucky Strike.
Bob, and I'm glad you and the boys thought of it, and Luella will love it. Coming. Oh, darn it, Rochester had to leave that footstool in the middle of the hall.
Well, get up and the loop goes in back.
All right. I'm coming.
Jack, don't forget to tell her that she's much thinner than you thought she was.
I'll tell her. Well, Luella Parsons, what a surprise.
Hello, Jack.
Well, come in, Luella.
I would have been here sooner, but the bus went to Santa Monica first.
Oh, yes. Say, Luella, don't put this in your column, but when you passed Barbara Stanley's house, did you notice those curtains?
Oh, yes. I have the same kind in my house.
Well, aren't they lovely? Come on in, Luella. I want you to meet my gang. Right this way. They're in the other room. Oh, darn that footstool.
Well, don't stand there. Pick me up.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Luella. Hey, fellas, I got a surprise for you. Luella Parsons.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Luella. Come in.
Yep, she's here for an interview.
How are you, Luella? I haven't seen you for a long time.
I'm just fine, Mary. Just fine.
Well, you look wonderful. Doesn't she, Jack?
Huh?
Doesn't she look wonderful, Jack? Huh?
Oh, yes. You know, Luella, you're not nearly as fat as I thought you were. I mean, Luella, you really look very slender.
That's because she's standing next to Don Wilson.
Dennis, behave yourself. Luella, you know everybody here, don't you?
Oh, yes, of course I do. Oh, Bob, by the way, you're new on Jack's show, aren't you?
That's right, Luella. This is my first season.
Say, how do you like working for Jack?
Oh, it's wonderful. Such a happy gang. We're always laughing. At rehearsals, we laugh. During the show, we laugh. When we get our checks, we laugh.
Yes.
When we try to cash them, we get hysterical.
Mary, please. By the way, Luella, when is this interview you're giving me going to appear in print? Huh?
Next week. But first, I'll tell all about it on my Luster Cream Shampoo program, Tuesday night on the CBS Radio Network.
Oh, then you can do me a big favor, Luella. Would you mention that next Sunday, November 2nd, I'm going to do another television show. See, Dinah Shore is going to be my guest star, and we're going to do Buck Benny Rides Again.
You know, Jack, anything I can do for you, I'm glad to. I'll mention it.
Thank you. Now, is there anything else you want to know, Luella?
Yeah, when do we eat?
I'm sorry, I almost forgot about dinner.
I didn't.
I know.
Dinner, sir.
Come on, everybody. Let's go in the dining room. Everybody, we're going to eat. Now, sit right here, Luella. Let me fill up your plate. Some roast beef, some green peas, and some mashed potatoes.
Oh, thank you. I just love mashed potatoes. By the way, Jack, how did you like the magazine article I wrote about you a few weeks ago? Did you like what
Here, Luella, have some more mashed potatoes. They're delicious.
Oh, thank you, Jack. Did you read
Here, Luella, have some more mashed potatoes.
Oh, thank you, Mary. Now, as I was saying, I wrote a magazine article about Jack, which appeared in the mashed potatoes. I mean, Pan magazine.
Mashed potato? Oh, sure, Luella. Here, have all you want.
Now, Jack, the main purpose of tonight's interview is to get your reactions to television.
My reactions to television?
Yes. Television is more difficult for the actors than radio. Now, isn't it, Jack?
Oh, that's right, Luella. It is. Television is very demanding. You see, an actor has to rehearse for hours. Then he has to shave as closely as possible. And then the makeup. You don't know what they have to go through makeup. The makeup department spends an hour putting a base on them, then the first layer of makeup, then the second layer of makeup. Then they tweeze your eyebrows and rouge your lips.
All that just to be squirted in the face with a seltzer bottle?
Oh, it's murder, you know?
Well, I'll make some notes of this for my new article. By the way, Jack, getting back to the other article I did about you, did you read...
Here, Luella, have some more mashed potatoes.
Oh, that was very thoughtful of you, Don, wasn't it, Luella? Luella? Luella, where are you?
Right over here behind the mashed potatoes.
Oh, well, dig a hole in the middle so I can see it. There, that's it. Now, Luella, rather than just having you ask me a lot of questions, I'll give you a brief story of my life.
All right, Jack, go right ahead.
Now, I was born in Waukegan, Illinois. After graduating grammar school, I took an interest in music. Later, I went to Chicago, where I studied the violin under Hugo Kortchoff at the Chicago Conservatory of Music. After 4 years of intensive study, my professor took a personal interest in me and arranged for my first appearance...
Shut up!
From that time on, Luella, my career grew by leaps and bounds. In 1934, I was lured to Hollywood and pictures, where I made Broadway Mellery, Hollywood Review, and To Be or Not to Be.
And, Jack, didn't you make a picture called Man About Town?
Yes, Luella. Then I made George Washington Slept Here, Lost Horizon, Gone with the Wind, A World in His Arms, The Snows of Kilimanjaro, Francis Goes to Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga, The Thief, Ivanhoe, The Great Caruso, Sudden Fear, Somebody Loves Me. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, October 27th, is Navy Day. So let's join the Navy League of the United States in paying grateful tribute to the heroes of the Navy, both living and dead. Thank you.
Jack will be back in just a moment, but first...
Lucky, taste better.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Better get a carton today.
You may not cheer right out loud like that when you first try Lucky's. You may only whisper, Lucky's do taste better. And I'd like to tell you why. Lucky's better taste begins with fine, mild, good-tasting tobacco. LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Then, too, Lucky's are made better, round, firm, fully packed, to taste cleaner, fresher, smoother. No wonder so many college students are cheering about Lucky's better taste. You see, a recent nationwide survey based on actual student interviews in 80 leading colleges reveals that more smokers in these colleges prefer Lucky's than any other cigarette, and by a wide margin. In addition, Lucky's gained far more smokers than the nation's two other principal brands combined. And the number one reason the students gave for smoking Lucky's was better taste. So enjoy Lucky's better taste yourself. Get a cleaner, fresher, smoother smoke. Yes, be happy. Go Lucky. Make your next carton Lucky Strike.
Be happy, go Lucky Strike today.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Luella Parsons for appearing on my program tonight. Next Sunday, I'll be doing my second television show of the season, which will go on immediately after my radio show. I hope you'll all be listening and looking. Good night, everybody.
Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
Stay tuned for the Amos and Andy Show, which follows immediately over the CBS Radio Network.
The
Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Better get a carton today.
Hi, friends. This is Don Wilson. You could say that cheer is the voice of collegiate America, speaking right up on the subject of cigarettes. Here's what I mean. A nationwide survey in 80 leading colleges, based on actual student interviews, reveals that more smokers in these colleges prefer Lucky's than any other cigarette, and by a wide margin. In addition, Lucky's gained far more smokers than the nation's two other principal brands combined. And why? The number one reason the students gave for smoking Lucky's was better taste. That's right, better taste, because LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Better taste because Lucky's are made better, packed just right to give you a cleaner, fresher, smoother smoke. So be happy, go Lucky, and you too will cheer Lucky's better taste, because I know Lucky's better taste will cheer you.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Better get a carton today.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, immediately after this program, Jack Benny does his second television show of the season. Meanwhile, let's go back to Friday evening. It's Halloween. And in Beverly Hills, as in communities all over the country, the little goblins have already started through the neighborhood playing trick or treat.
Well, this is the last house in the block. Before we go to the next street, I think we ought to put all the stuff that we got in one big bag. You go first, Bobby.
I'm Joey. Bobby and me change masks.
Oh, well, it doesn't make any difference. Let's all empty our pockets and see what we got.
I'll go first. I got a piece of fudge, a stick of gum, and 2 lollipops.
I got an apple, some popcorn, 2 cookies, and a chocolate bar.
I got some lemon drops, a peppermint stick, and a donut.
I got a Tootsie Roll, a package of rice. And a can of Strong Heart. Dog food.
Hey, fellas, we're wasting time. Let's get over to the next street and knock on some more doors.
Yeah, come on, kids, let's go. Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, there's that new kid that moved into the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Bud. Hiya, fellas.
Butch, I want you to meet the treasurer of our club, Mr. Jack Benny. Hiya, Mr. Benny.
Hello, Butch.
You can be very proud that you've met Mr. Benny.
I can? Why?
You've just shaken the hand that knocked out Gene Tunney.
And tell Butch why Mr. Benny went to Finland this year. Yeah. Mr. Benny was the most decorated athlete on the United States Olympic team.
Well, gee, what event was he in?
Are you kidding? He won the 100-meter dash, the pole vault, the discus throw, the broad jump, and the high hurdles.
Holy smoke! That was in the morning.
Oh, boy, what an athlete.
Yeah, but Mr. Benny doesn't want anybody to know it. He even wears big pads in his coat so his muscles won't show.
And not only that, Butch, Mr. Benny's in the movies, too. He made a picture called The Horn Blows...
Come on, fellas. Come on, let's go. Halloween will be over before we know it. Now, let's go ring some more doorbells.
Okay.
Hey, kids, this is the street where Mary Livingston lives. I'm going over and see her, kids.
Okay.
I'll be back in just a few minutes. Gee, I hope the maid is out tonight so Mary will open the door herself. Boy, will this mask fool her. Trick or treat.
Miss Livingston. What is it, Polly? What's the matter? There's a wolf man at the door.
A wolf man? Oh,
Pauline, it's probably some kid. I'll go see.
Mary, it's me.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Jack. Pauline, come out from under the bed.
Did the wolfman go away?
It's not a wolfman. It's Mr. Benny. He pulled his toupee down over his face and cut 2 eyes in it.
Yeah. Mary, do you mind if I come in and sit down for a few minutes? I'm worn out.
Worn out? Why are you so tired?
I don't know. I guess I haven't gotten over the Olympics.
What?
I mean, I walked over from Olympic Boulevard. Oh, boy, let me get into that chair. Say, Mary, I'm not keeping you from anything, am I?
Well, not right now, Jack, but in a little while I've got to go over and help my sister Babe with a Halloween party.
Babe's having another Halloween party? Funny she didn't invite me.
Well, after what happened last year, you can't blame her. What a cheap costume.
What do you mean?
You didn't spend a dime. You put on a pair of shorts, stood out in the cold, and came as Little Boy Blue.
Oh, you're just mad because they gave me first prize. Gosh, my feet hurt. Do you mind if I slip off my shoes?
No, go right ahead.
Ah, that feels better. You know, Mary, we've walked all over the neighborhood.
Jack, I know that's a nice bunch of kids who belong to the Beavers Club, but don't you think you're a little too old for them?
A little, but it's good for kids to have a hero, an idol, you know, someone they can worship.
I know, but what kind of an excuse are you going to give them Wednesday when they find out you weren't elected president?
That's what worries me. The kids won't believe it. They'll demand a recount. Oh, well, I'll think of something.
Mr. Benny! Mr. Benny! We're waiting for you.
Oh, the Beavers are calling me. I gotta go.
All right, Jack. I'm glad you stopped by.
Good night, Mary.
Good night. Oh, Pauline.
Here I am, Miss Livingston. Did Mr. Benny leave?
Yes, Pauline, but he'll be back.
How do you know?
He forgot his shoes.
Oh.
Here.
Thanks. All right, fellas, I'm coming. Let's go ring some more doorbells. Gee, kids, we've walked about 3 miles since we left Mary's house. Huh?
Hey, Mr. Benny, isn't this the house where Dennis Day lives?
Yeah. Say, let me go to the door alone. I want to scare Dennis's mother. You kids wait here. I think I'll look in the front window first and see if Mrs. Day is home. Good, it's open, too.
Oh, Dennis! Dennis, where are you?
I'm in the library, Benita.
Dennis, stop imitating Ronald Coleman. Now go sit down and finish your dinner.
Okay. Say, Mother, why are you carrying that baseball bat?
In case some fathead comes to the door to play trick or treat. Dennis, what happened to all the mustard that was in this jar?
Oh, I used it to play a Halloween trick.
A Halloween trick with mustard?
Yeah, I smeared it all over your new nightgown.
What? You smeared mustard on my new nightgown?
Not so loud. You're not supposed to find out till you go to bed.
Oh, every day they're getting babies mixed up in hospitals. But I had to get the right one. Now, Dennis, you've got to rehearse your song for the program, so let me hear it.
Okay, Mother.
getting out of here. I wouldn't go near Mrs. Day with that baseball bat in her hand.
Hey, Mr. Benny, did you scare Dennis's mother?
No, there was nobody home.
But I thought I heard somebody singing with a beautiful voice.
That was me. Da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum, da-da-dum. Hey, kids, there's a friend of mine coming down the street. You hide in the bushes, and I'll put on my mask and scare him.
Okay.
Oh, boy, when he sees this mask, he won't know who it is. He'll jump out of his skin. Boom!
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Mr. Kitzel! Mr. Kitzel, how'd you recognize me in these old clothes?
You were dressed the same way at the opening of the Stettler Hotel?
Oh, yes. It was a publicity stunt.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Kitzel, what are you doing out on the street? Don't you know this is Halloween?
Yes, I know, Halloween. This is the night when hobgoblins and spookses and monsters and witches roam the street.
Then what are you doing out?
I'm looking for my wife.
Oh.
Maybe you saw her.
Well, I don't know, Mr. Kitzel. I don't quite remember what she looks like.
Well, she's a very cute little woman, about 5'3".
5'3"?
In any direction.
You mean your wife is that fat?
She weighs in the neighborhood of 300 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, and when she takes off her girdle, she's all over the neighborhood.
Mr. Kitzel, you're kidding.
Anyway, I want my wife to come home and help me straighten out the house. Some kids tipped it over.
Tipped over your house?
Tip.
Why, your house must be awfully small.
Small. In the morning, if you get out of the right side of the bed, you're in the kitchen. If you get out on the left side of the bed, you're in the bathroom. And if you get out from the front of the bed, you're on the sunset bus.
Gee, you have got a small house, but I can't understand how a youngster could tip it over.
Where I live, that's not unusual. My, are those kiddies tough.
Really tough, huh?
Today, a gang of them asked me to bob for apples.
Well, Mr. Kitzel, that's the custom on Halloween. All kids bob for apples.
I know, but in my neighborhood, they use boiling water.
I see.
I'm happy. Well, goodbye, Mr. Benny. I got to be running along.
Goodbye, Mr. Kitzel. It was nice meeting you again.
Likewise, I'm convinced.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Kitzel, don't forget the boat Tuesday.
Oh, I'll be there. You can be sure.
Hey, kids, Beavers, where are you?
Here we are, Mr. Benny. While you were talking to that man, we rang some more doorbells.
Yeah, we divided up our stuff we got. We dumped it all out on the sidewalk. We got a bag of circus peanuts, a stick of gum, a penny, a bottle of Coke, and a Tootsie Roll.
I'll take the Coca-Cola.
I'll take the Tootsie Roll.
I'll take the lollipop.
Now, it's between you and me, Mr. Benny. Which do you want, the stick of gum or the penny?
Well, I guess I'll take the stick of gum.
Okay, then get your foot off the penny.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Say, kids, while we're in this neighborhood, let's go over to Bob Crosby's house.
Okay. Right.
Gee, Bob Crosby lives in a swanky neighborhood.
He sure does.
Yes, sir. You know, he's working for me now.
Which house is Bob's? The one with the for sale sign.
I'll ring the bell.
Yes?
Trick or treat!
Hello, Bob.
Well, hi, Jack. Gosh, who are these guys with you? Your riders?
No. These kids are Beavers.
Beavers? Oh, certainly I should have known. Your riders look more like gophers.
Yeah, 3 of them type with their teeth. Let's go in, kids.
Who is it, Bob?
Oh, honey, Jack Benny's here with the Beavers.
Oh, how nice.
Jack, I don't think you've ever met my wife. This is June.
Well, I'm very glad to know you.
Thank you. Now, kids, there's a lot of candy on the dining room table, so don't be bashful.
Oh, boy. Come on, fellas.
Jack, come back here.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
Well. So I finally met Jack Benny.
That's right. Yeah, I suppose Bob has told you all about me.
Oh, yes. May I help you to a chair?
Help me to...
Say, Jack,
What?
you know, it's kind of bad you didn't get here a few minutes earlier. All the guys in the band were out celebrating Halloween. They all dropped in.
The boys in our orchestra?
Yeah, boy, what a gang. Especially Sammy, the drummer.
Sammy, what did he do?
He painted his head orange, put a lighted candle in his mouth, and came as a jack-o'-lantern.
Thought I heard a drum in your house. No kidding, Bobby. Listen, has Sammy been drinking?
I think so. He sneezed and set the curtains on fire.
Well, how do you like that? Say, was Bagby the piano player here, too?
Yes, Jack Bagby was here, but I must admit that he was very dignified.
Bagby dignified?
Ultra. My goodness, he put a cork in the hole in his head and came as Lord Calvert.
Oh my goodness! I wish I could have seen those guys. Hey, Bob, tell me, what about Remley?
You're standing on him.
I thought it was a bearskin rug. Well, it's getting late. The Beavers and I better run along. See you later, Bob. It's been a pleasure meeting you, June.
Thank you.
So long.
Goodbye, Jack.
Goodbye, Jack.
Come on, Beavers. Come on.
See, that Bob Crosby's a nice guy. And what a wife. Yeah, she's beautiful. She certainly is. She's got the bluest eyes I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah? Come over here under the street light. There. Now, come on, kids. We got about 5 more houses. Now, where do we go next?
Hey, I know a good Halloween trick.
What?
Well, there are 5 of us. Let's go tip over Don Wilson.
No, we mustn't do that. But let's go over to his house anyway.
Okay.
Now, come on, Beavers. It's getting late. Now, kids, here's Don Wilson's house. It's dark inside, but the door's open. I better go in alone.
Okay.
Wait here. Don. It's so dark in here. Don, where are you?
Jack, we're in here.
Who's we?
Me.
What?
Me and the sportsman.
Oh, Don, what are you doing in this big house with all the lights out?
We're telling ghost stories.
No!
Jack, we've got a wonderful Halloween song we want to do.
A song, yeah?
Yeah, and there are a few places where you join in. There's one place where we want you to do a weird, crazy laugh.
No kidding. All right, let's start.
Oh, we have to wait around about 10 seconds.
Why?
Well, we can't start till it's 9:26 Bullable Witch time.
Well, come on. We've only got about 5 seconds more.
Okay, ready, everybody? Take it, boys. LSMFT.
give you a thrill. There's a house on a hill, full of spooks, but we will frighten them away.
Take off my toupee.
The wolves we will prowl. This is our night to howl, and we'll hoot like an owl.
Hoot, hoot.
We are the goblins who know where the warm breezes blow and tobacco leaves grow.
LSMFT, that's the smoke for me.
Take a tip from a ghost with tobacco they toast. It's the one you like most.
Now?
No.
Oh. Now?
Yes.
Ooh.
Send me in the snow. Before you get frightened, you'd better start lighting the lucky, and then you can go. We are the goblins who know how to louse up your show.
Come on, fellas, let's go right out on the street to play trick or treat.
Now we will fly through the air, find some luckies to share, some to tear and compare. Beware. You will like Lucky Strike.
John, that was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, thanks, Jack. Maybe we could use it as a commercial on the program sometime, huh?
No, that would scare all the people. Well, I better go. The Beavers are waiting for me. So long, Don.
So long, Jack.
So long. Hey, kids, come on out and we'll... Kids! Now, where did they go? I better give the Beaver a call. That's the Beaver's distress signal. I better hurry. Coming, fellas, coming! I wonder what happened. I hope it's nothing serious. Well, there they are behind that fence. What happened, fellas? What happened?
Stevie tore his pants climbing over this fence. Yeah, and I want to go home.
Oh, come on, Stevie. That's nothing to cry over. What's so bad about tearing a hole in your pants?
I was carrying my rabbit there and he got away. I want to go home.
Oh, don't let that rip in your pants spoil our fun. I'll climb over the fence and fix it for you. Well, I better go home, too. So long, fellas. We all better go.
Okay, Mr. Banks. Before we break up, we want to say something to you.
What is it, fellas?
For he's a jolly good beaver, for he's a jolly good beaver, for he's a jolly good beaver. But we wish he'd pay his dues.
I will, fellas, I will. I see you at the next meeting. So long, Beavers.
Benny, bye.
So long. Gee, what a night. Such fun. Yeah, it's great to be young. Going around from door to door and... Uh-oh. I wonder... Well, it won't hurt to try. Trick or treat?
I'm sorry, but I'm only the watchman in this bank.
Oh. Some people never get into the Halloween spirit. Oh, well, I might as well go home. For I'm a jolly good beaver, for I'm a jolly good beaver, for I'm a jolly good beaver. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in a minute because I want to tell you what I'm going to do today on my television show, which goes on immediately after this program. But first, here's something very important about the election. Your duty as a free citizen is to vote. and this coming Tuesday is the day. So make a note to be sure to vote. Join your friends and neighbors at the ballot box Tuesday and vote as you please, but vote. See you at the polls. Thank you.
Jack will be back in just a moment, but first...
Lucky tastes better.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Better get a carton today.
You know, friends, it's only natural for Lucky smokers to be enthusiastic about the cigarette that tastes so much better. And Lucky's do taste better. That's because LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine, mild, and naturally good-tasting tobacco. What's more, you enjoy the full flavor of that fine tobacco because Lucky's are packed full and firm, made better in every way to taste cleaner, fresher, smoother. No wonder so many college students are voicing their preference for Lucky's. Remember, a nationwide survey in 80 leading colleges based on actual student interviews reveals that more smokers in these colleges prefer Lucky's than any other cigarette. And remember that Lucky's gained far more smokers than the nation's two other principal brands combined. But most of all, remember the number one reason the students gave for smoking Lucky's: better taste. So, friends, get the better taste that only fine tobacco and a better-made cigarette can give you. Be happy. Go Lucky. Make your next carton Lucky Strike.
Be happy, go Lucky Strike today.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. See, I came back just like I promised. I want to tell you that on my television show, which goes on in exactly 30 seconds on the CBS television network, I'm going to have as my guest star Dinah Shore, and we're going to do Buck Benny Rides Again. So for those of you who haven't got a television set, you've got 30 seconds to buy one. If you live in Waukegan, my cousin Cliff Gordon will have one going in the window. See you in a few seconds.
The Jack Benny program this week was written by Milt Josephsberg, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Hal Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Mark. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
This old-time radio program was originally aired live, long before the advent of high fidelity. We hope, however, that any variance in audio quality will not take away from your pleasure in listening to this, one of the all-time favorite shows.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike, the cigarette that's toasted to taste better.
If you want better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste. Yes, it's the toasted cigarette. They taste fine. Tobacco is light. Tobacco is mild. Tobacco too. And it's toasted. Yes, it's toasted. Because the toasting brings the flavor right through. So to get better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste yet. It's the toasted cigarette.
Friends, this is Don Wilson. There's no doubt about it. If you want better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to taste better. Naturally, Lucky's better taste begins just where you'd expect it to begin, with fine tobacco. LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And then that tobacco is toasted. It's toasted. The famous Lucky Strike process tones up Lucky's naturally good-tasting tobacco to make it taste even better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. So next time, get better taste. Get Lucky Strike.
If you want better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste yet. It's the toasted cigarette.
Back program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to yesterday, a half hour before rehearsal. Jack has dropped in at the corner drugstore, and at the moment we find him sitting at the counter reading a newspaper.
Here's an interesting item. According to a national survey, in 20 years, California will be the number one state. Los Angeles will be the number one city. This anticipation of industrial growth has made the city of Los Angeles very smug. Look at the way they spell smug. S-M-O-G. No, they did spell it S-M-U-G. I wonder what makes my eyes water like that. Anyway, I think it's wonderful that...
Do you want to order now?
Huh?
You've been sitting on that stool for 10 minutes.
Well, I'm waiting for someone.
Well, don't wrinkle up that newspaper or we'll never be able to sell it.
I won't. I wonder how... Here's an article that's hard to believe. A famous scientist claims that it won't be long before people will be living on the moon. Hey, that gives me an idea for a joke for my radio program. If people live on the moon, prices will be sky high. Hey, that's a good joke. I better write it down. Say, miss, do you have a pencil?
I heard it. Don't bother.
I didn't ask for an opinion. I've been a big radio star for 20 years. And when it comes to jokes, I know what I'm doing.
Look, I've got other customers. Do you want to order now?
I told you I'm waiting for someone.
If you're trying to make me jealous, forget it.
I'm not trying to make you jealous. And anyway, a fine waitress you are. I've been sitting here for 15 minutes. You didn't even bring me a glass of water.
Okay.
I think she's smart. I didn't like her when she was a brunette. I don't know why. She always has to pick on me.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, Bob. Hi, Bob Crosby. I've been waiting for you. Sit down.
Well, thank you.
Do you want to order now?
Oh, yeah. Now, look, miss. I'll have a club sandwich. And here's the way I want it made. I want it on white bread, slightly toasted. I want the bacon and tomato in the lower half, and the chicken and the lettuce in the upper half. Trim the crust, cut it in 3 parts, and put a slice of pickle on the top.
Okay. 1 club sandwich for an architect.
What about you, Bob?
Well, Jack, I don't know. I'm not too hungry right now, but, well, then again, oh, miss.
Yeah?
Is it all right if I take something out?
Are you kidding? I'll go get my hat and coat.
He didn't mean that. Look, Bob, while you're deciding on what you want, I'm going over to the drug counter to get some razor blades.
Okay, Jack. And let me see. Maybe I should eat something here, then I wouldn't be so hungry.
Oh, hello, Bob.
Well, Mary, sit down.
I thought Jack was here.
Oh, he is. He went over to the drug counter to buy some razor blades. What are you laughing at, Mary?
Jack is the only man I know who has a single-edge razor and buys double-edge blades.
What does he do that for?
He cuts them in half.
Boy, what a guy, huh? I heard that Jack is the only man in the world who gets his dental floss retreaded.
Jack does have his peculiarities, but
He is sweet, and he tries so hard. I'll never forget the first time I went out with him. When he called for me, I opened the door, and there he stood with the biggest orchid I ever saw.
An orchid, huh?
It was so beautiful, I made him buy me one, too. Don't tell him I told you.
Mary, Bob, where's Jack?
Oh, hello, Don.
Hi, Dante.
Where's Jack? The Sportsman Quartet and I are looking for him.
Oh, he's here. He just stepped over there to buy some razor blades.
Oh, here he comes now.
Well, everybody's here.
Jack, the Sportsman and I have been waiting for you at the studio. You knew they had a recording date.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Don, I know they're in a hurry, so let's go back to the studio, and I'll hear the commercial before they go.
But, Jack, they haven't got the time. They haven't eaten yet, and they're hungry.
What do you have, boys?
But, Don, I've got to hear the commercial.
Boys, I haven't got all day.
Okay, fellas, let Jack hear the commercial.
Don, not in here, a drugstore.
Fellas, what do you have?
Oh,
me, Bambino, Baba, Bo, for Piccolino, when you kiss me, and I'm a kid for you. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-loo.
Boys, what do you have?
Watch me, my baby, Baba, Bo, just to be a baby, even you, sweet to me, and I'm a sweet to you. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-loo.
Look, fellas!
He was right to me, the guys that wrote this silly song. Wonder if they realize that. You like, but don't forget to end the lucky time. Hey, Lucky's like the cigarette for me. It has a better taste of fruit.
Hey, fellas, what do you want?
Pop a Lucky and we know you'll say, hey, Lucky strike is your okay. I'm gonna buy a carton right away. A Lucky strike today.
I hated to sneak out like that and leave Bob and Mary in the drugstore, but when that dame started screaming, it was embarrassing. Well, I might as well go in the studio and rehearse.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Harry. Any fan mail?
Yes, Mr. Benny, you've got 8,000 letters.
Harry, I'm alone.
Oh, nothing.
Botch me and botch you. Botch me and botch you.
Yeah, and that isn't all I'm mad about. I got plenty to say to you.
There's Dennis talking in that phone booth.
Yeah, plenty. I've taken all the guff out of you I'm gonna take.
Hey, that kid's really mad.
Oh, no, you listen to me. I've listened to you long enough. As far as I'm concerned, you're nothing but a low, underhanded, double-dealing conniver.
Wow.
Oh, I know you put it over on me, but I'm going to see to it you don't take advantage of anybody else. You heard me. Shut up!
Dennis.
Oh, Mr. Benny. Excuse me a minute. Operator, Mr. Benny is standing right here. You must have given me the wrong number.
Dennis, hang up that receiver and come out of that booth.
Yes, sir.
Dennis, anytime you have something to say to me, I want you to say it to my face, not on the phone. And anyway, I don't know what you're complaining about. I've treated you well. I've looked out for your interests. I've guided you. I've helped you. I've given you advice. Oh, I've even tried to be a father to you.
Only on Father's Day.
What?
What you'll do for a lousy tie.
Never mind. Now, Dennis, when we get in the studio, I want you to run over your song first.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah?
Jack, I've got to tell you the most wonderful thing.
Oh, Mary.
Now, Bob, don't be so modest.
What is it, Mary?
Jack, look at that sack of fan mail he got.
I see it.
I even got a letter from your sister in Chicago.
Come on, let's get in the studio. Okay, fellas. Okay, quiet down. We're going to start rehearsal. Dennis, have you got your music? Dennis, where are you going?
Back to the phone booth.
Why?
See if I can get another wrong number. I'm in a fighting mood.
Now, cut that out and let me hear... that clock on the wall. Is that the right time?
Yes, it's 1:30. Why?
Well, for heaven's sake, I thought I'd have time to finish rehearsal before I go to my doctor's office.
What do you have to go to your doctor's for?
Well, I had a checkup a few days ago, and everything is fine, but I want to see my x-ray pictures, and the doctor wants to give me a couple of vitamin shots. It'll only take a little while.
Well, you want me to drive you over?
Well, Rochester has a car in the parking lot, so he'll drive me down.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Oh, thanks, Mary. Dennis, you rehearse your song. We'll be back soon.
Here we sit enjoying the shade.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
Drink the drink that I have made.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
Tell you why the day is sunny. I'm in love with lips of honey. Wait till you see the way she walks.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
She is coming here to stay.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
I have waited for this day.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
She writes of love in every letter. Others have tried, but I will get her. Wait till you see the way she walks.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
What is life? What is spring? What are all the stars that shine? Love, my friend, is everything, and love will soon be mine. Pour it as quickly as you can.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
Pour it quickly once again.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
She's here at last, my one and only. Goodbye, friend, don't be lonely. Wait till you see the way she walks.
Hey, brother, pour the wine. La 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 la.
Blink your eyes and love has passed. Hey, brother, pour the wine. Hers was never meant to last. Hey, brother, pour the wine. She introduced me to another. No, my friend, she's not her brother. I will miss the way she walks.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
Pour it as quickly as you can.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
Pour it quickly once again.
Hey, brother, pour the wine. Pour the wine. Pour the wine.
Hey, brother, pour the wine.
Are you and Miss Livingston comfortable back there, boss?
Yes, thank you. But, Rochester, this back seat seems to be higher than usual, and we keep sliding forward. Why is that?
Well, I put some big truck tires on the rear wheels and small tires on the front wheels.
What's that for?
To encourage the motor that thinks we're coasting downhill.
Well, that's the silliest thing I ever heard. You're always trying to fool the motor.
Well, boss, last winter you were the one who put on fishtail fenders so people would think you had a Cadillac.
Jack, did you really put on fishtail fenders?
Yeah.
Did it fool anybody?
No people, only fish.
Oh, stop making things up. And hurry, I want to get to the doctor's office. Rochester, slow down. The light on the corner's turning red.
Don't worry, by the time we reach it, it'll be green again.
Anyway, we turn here for my doctor's office.
Yes, sir.
You know, Mary, I've been thinking, it seems that every time I go to a doctor or a hospital for a checkup or an examination, you're always with me. Gee, it's awfully nice of you.
Well, it's not a matter of being nice, Jack. I have to be with you when you go for medical examination in case you need me.
Need you?
Yes. How you ever got that transfusion clause in my contract, I'll never know.
My agent thinks of everything. Anyway, this time I'm only going to get a vitamin shot.
Here you are, Mr. Benny.
Thank you, Rochester. Watch your step, Mary.
Mr. Benny, while you're in the doctor's office, I'll go to the market and do the shopping.
Oh, fine.
I made out the list, and the groceries amount to $17.
$17? Here you are.
And $1.50 for a haircut.
$1.50? Wait a minute, Rochester. I'm not supposed to pay for your haircut.
This one's for you. I got it in the glove compartment.
Well, I'll take care of it myself tomorrow. I want to get a shine at the same time.
I can get that for you, too. I'm wearing your shoes.
Never mind. I'll do it myself. Come on, Mary.
Yes?
Oh, nurse, I have an appointment with Dr. Stevens.
Yes, sir, in just a few minutes. But first I'll have to have some information about you.
Well, they have it at the hospital. They took it when I went in for my checkup.
Well, we need this for the office.
Oh. Well, my name is...
Just a second, sir. I have to write this down. I want to get a pencil. There. Now, your name?
Jack Benny.
Occupation?
Radio comedian.
Are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
How tall are you?
5'11".
Your weight?
165.
Your age?
39.
39. Now, Mr. Benny, have you
Just a minute, nurse. I happen to notice on your desk you have another chart, and the age is also marked 39.
Yes.
Whose chart is that?
Grandma Moses.
Oh.
Now, Mr. Benny. Where were we?
Look, nurse, I haven't got much time. I want to see Dr. Stevens.
Well, he's busy now. You'll have to wait. Sit over there by that gentleman in the corner.
Oh, is his appointment ahead of mine?
Oh, he's not waiting to see Dr. Stevens. He has an appointment with our psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist? He isn't violent, is he?
Oh, far from it. In fact, he's very gentle. He thinks he's a rabbit.
Come on, Mary, let's sit down.
Jack, what are you so mad about?
That smart aleck nurse trying to kid me, a rabbit. Man looks just as normal as I do.
Jack, there isn't room for both of us to sit on the sofa.
Yes, there is, Mary. I'll ask him to move over. Pardon me, sir.
Yeah. What's up, Jack?
Say, you really do think you're a rabbit?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Oh, I have a nice little hutch in Brentwood.
Mary, move over. Tell me, mister, did you always think you were a rabbit?
No. Up until last week, I thought I was a turkey.
Up until last week, huh? What made you stop being a turkey?
Well, it's so close to Thanksgiving, they turned me down for life insurance.
Oh.
I want a double indemnity.
I see.
With cranberry sauce.
Well, that's the only way to have it. Anyway, maybe you're better off being a rabbit.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait any longer for that psychiatrist. Bye, Doc.
All the silly guys thinking he's a rabbit. Some people...
Yes, doctor. Oh, very well, sir. I'll send to the next patient. It's Mr. Benny. What? No, it's Benny. Bunny just left. Yes, sir. Go right in, Mr. Benny. Dr. Nelson will see you now.
Dr. Nelson? But Dr. Stevens is my doctor.
Well, he's in surgery now, so Dr. Nelson will take care of you.
Oh. Where's his office?
Right down the hall.
Thank you. I'll be right back, Mary.
Hi, Rube.
you're the fellow from Calabasas. What are you doing here?
I brought my wife to the doctor. She's going to have a baby.
A baby? Say, how many kids have you got now?
This will be the 16th.
God, 16 kids. What are their names?
Well, there's Albert, Hiram, Ella, Julius, Catherine, Jeanette, Bertram, Herman, Blue Cross, Howard.
Wait a minute. You named one of your children Blue Cross?
Yep. My wife's been in the hospital so much we thought we owed them something.
They were such a large family. You must have a pretty big farm.
Oh, one of the biggest in Calabasas.
What do you raise there?
Albert, Hiram,
I mean, besides them, what kind of crop do you grow on your farm? Huh?
Well, the whole place is a big vineyard. We grow nothing but grapes.
Grapes? Huh?
That's right, Rube. I press my own wine, too. Got the happiest feet in town. Well, I better be getting back in the waiting room. So long, Rube. So long.
So long. So long. Someday I must ask him why he keeps calling me Rube. Oh, here's Dr. Nelson's office. Oh, Doctor. Doctor. Doctor, I'm Jack Benny. I was told to see you.
Why do they always come to me at the last minute?
Now, look, I came here to have a vitamin shot. Give it to me so I can go.
Yes, now, just a minute. I want to test my hypodermic to see that the needle isn't stopped up. Now I'm ready for you.
Wait a minute, Doctor. You're not going to give me a shot with that needle. Why have you got such a big one anyway?
Well, I'm nearsighted and I don't want to miss.
Now, just a second, Doctor.
Oh, stop being such a baby. Roll up your sleeve and I'll give you the shot. It won't hurt a bit, I promise.
Well, all right. There, my sleeve's up.
Okay. Here goes. There you are.
Ow! Ooh. Doctor, it did hurt when you... But wait a minute. I do feel better already. Say, Doctor, what vitamins did you inject me with?
D-O-F-R-B.
D-O-F-R-B. What's that?
That's old-fashioned root beer.
What?
I'm sorry it hurt, but the ice cream got stuck in the needle.
Well, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'll come back tomorrow when my regular doctor is there.
Friends, the epidemic of forest fires throughout the country points up this sobering fact. Because most areas of the country haven't had a soaking rain for many weeks, the fire hazard is still tremendous. Remember, our woodlands are more than scenic playgrounds. They're valuable natural resources, indispensable to our nation's defense. So, be extra careful out of doors with fire in any form. Drown or crush out every spark, for only you can prevent forest fires. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a minute, but first, a word to you smokers who are looking for better taste in a cigarette.
If you want better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste yet. It's the toasted cigarette. They taste fine. Tobacco is light. Tobacco is mild. Tobacco too. And it's toasted, yes, it's toasted, because the toasting brings the flavor right through. So to get better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste yet. It's the toasted cigarette.
Friends, if you read the comics, I guess you know all about Little Iodine. The fellow who draws Little Iodine is the famous cartoonist Jimmy Hatlow. He's got another comic strip, too, called They'll Do It Every Time. Well, Jimmy Hatlow's cigarette is Lucky Strike. Jimmy says, yep, I'll do it every time. Light up a Lucky because they taste better. Friends, many millions of people smoke Luckies because they've found that Luckies taste better, too. A Lucky tastes better because it's toasted to taste better. Of course, Lucky's better taste begins with fine tobacco. Fine, light, naturally mild tobacco. And then that fine tobacco is toasted. It's toasted. The famous Lucky Strike process brings Lucky's naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco to its peak of flavor, tones it up to make it taste even better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. Yes, that's why Jimmy Hatlow and millions of other smokers will do it every time. Light up a Lucky. Why don't you light up a Lucky, too? Remember, it's toasted to taste better.
You get all your shopping done, Rochester?
Yes, boss. How'd you make out at the doctor's?
Oh, fine. Rochester, maybe on the way home we should... Look out! Gee, fella, I'm sorry we ran into you. Are you hurt?
No, but you knocked the carrot out of my hand.
What?
So long, Doc.
Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Joseph Bird, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Al Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes. The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike, the cigarette that's toasted to taste better.
If you want better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste yet. It's the toasted cigarette. They taste fine. Tobacco is light. Tobacco is mild. Tobacco too. And it's toasted. Yes, it's toasted. Because the toasting brings the flavor right through. So to get better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste yet. It's the toasted cigarette.
Friends, this is Don Wilson. If you're not getting all the enjoyment you should be getting from your present cigarette, switch to Lucky Strike. And see for yourself how much more real, deep-down smoking enjoyment you get from Lucky's better taste. A Lucky tastes better because it's the cigarette of fine tobacco, and it's toasted to taste better. It's toasted is the famous Lucky Strike process that tones up Lucky's fine, naturally good-tasting tobacco to make it taste even better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. Yes, find out for yourself. Buy a carton of better-tasting Lucky Strike.
If you want better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste yet. It's the toasted cigarette.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Barry Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, the Sportsman Quartet, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny does another television program. But in the meantime, let's go back to this morning in Beverly Hills. As we look in on the Benny household, we find Jack just entering the kitchen.
Rochester must have overslept again. I'll go wake him up and have him fix my breakfast. I don't know why it is, but every time I give him a day off, the next morning he oversleeps. It's the second time it's happened this year. Oh, well, I might as well let him sleep and fix breakfast myself. Now, let's see, where does Rochester keep the coffee? I'll try this cupboard here. No, it's filled with ideal dog food. I'll try this one. No, this one's filled with ideal dog food, too. Maybe it's in this cupboard. More ideal dog food. There's no doubt about it. I'll either have to get a dog or stop mentioning that stuff on my program. Well, I can't find the coffee. I'll just have to wake Rochester. Rochester, it's time to get up. Rochester, get up. I'll take this feather duster and tickle his chin.
Honey, you sure got long eyelashes.
Rochester, get up.
Huh? What? Oh, it's you, Mr. Benny.
Yes, it's me, honey, and I want my breakfast.
I'll get it. Gosh, boss, I'm sorry you woke me up when you did. I was having the most wonderful dream.
I know. You were dreaming about a girl.
Yeah, we were going to get married. You offered me a $50 raise.
I offered you a $50 raise?
Uh-huh. And just as you were giving it to me, you woke me up.
Oh.
That's the third time it's happened.
I know. You told me.
Once I dreamed you were cutting my salary and you let me sleep till 4 in the afternoon.
It was just a coincidence. Anyway, I'll answer the door, Roger. You get dressed and make my breakfast.
Yes.
Hello, Polly. Oh, you're still sulking, huh, Polly? Coming.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, Mary, come on in.
I was just talking to your neighbors, the Colemans.
Oh, Ronnie and Benita?
Yes, I passed their house. Benita was sweeping the porch, and Ronnie was cleaning the windows.
Benita and Ronnie were doing their own housework?
Yes, they told me their butler quit.
Their butler quit? Why?
They said they have to live next to you. He doesn't.
He'll be back. He's run away before, you know.
Oh, hello, Polly. Come on, Polly. Speak. Jack, what have you been feeding this bird?
It wasn't my fault, Mary. She happened to find a can opener.
What?
Nothing. Come in. Oh, hello, Dennis.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny. Hello, Mary.
Hi, Dennis. What are you doing around here?
Oh, I'm thinking of moving. I've been looking at houses all day.
Oh, you want to buy a house?
Yeah. How much would you take for this one?
Oh, don't be silly, Dennis. My house isn't for sale.
I know, but if it were for sale, how much would you take?
Well, hey, let me see. It's in the best part of Beverly Hills. I have an acre of land, 12 rooms, swimming pool. Oh, I'd ask about $100,000.
I wouldn't have this dump if you gave it to me.
Look, Dennis, I don't want any trouble with you.
You asked me how much my house was worth. I told you $100,000.
Does the price include the Venetian blinds?
Yeah. Also the drapes and the carpet. Anyway, Dennis, what's wrong with the house you're living in now? You just moved in.
I know, but it's too inconvenient.
Inconvenient?
Yeah, in order to get to the bedroom, you have to go through the furnace.
Well, that I don't understand at all.
Dennis, what kind of a house are you looking for?
Oh, it's sort of a ranch house. You know, everything on one floor.
How many rooms?
Well, I'd like 2 bedrooms, a den, a living room, and a kitchen.
How about a bath?
No, thanks. I had one this morning.
Why do I always get trapped into these things? Mary talks to him, she gets a sensible answer. I ask a sensible question, what do I get? Abbott and Costello. Dennis, let me hear the song you're going to do on this week's program.
Yes, sir.
Lady of Spain, I adore you. Right from the night I first saw you, my heart has been yearning for you. What else could any heart do? Lady of Spain, I'm a-feeling. Why should my lips be concealing all that my eyes are revealing? Lady of Spain, I love you. My heart has been yearning for you. What else could any heart do? Lady of Spain, I'm a-feeling. Why should my lips be concealing all that my eyes are revealing? Lady of Spain,
Very good, Dennis. I know it's going to sound beautiful when you sing it on the show.
Don't be so sure.
Why not?
I'm having my tonsils out tonight.
Tonight? Dennis, are your tonsils infected?
No.
Well, has your throat been sore?
No.
Have you been catching colds?
No.
Then why are you having your tonsils out?
A doctor friend of mine is coming over, and I don't know how else to entertain him.
What?
Last time he took out my appendix.
Dennis.
If he keeps coming over, there won't be anything left.
Dennis.
Well, I gotta go look for a house now. Goodbye, Mary.
Bye.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye, Dennis.
I got to be running along, too. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Goodbye, Mary.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi, Jack. Who's this? Bob Crosby.
Oh, hello, Bob. I didn't recognize your voice. What is it?
Well, I'm having a few of the boys over for a friendly game of poker tonight, and I thought maybe you'd like to join us.
Well, what stakes do you play for?
5 and 10.
5 and 10? Oh, wait a minute. That's a little too steep for me. You know?
Oh, no, Jack. Not $5 and $10. $5 and 10 cents.
Well, that's what I thought you meant. Well, Bob, who's going to be in the game, huh?
Well, just some of the musicians, Jack. We've got Bagby, Fletcher, Remley, Sammy the drummer, Kimmick, and Arturo Toscanini.
Arturo Toscanini? Do you mean...
Oh, no, this is another one. He slaps a bass for Wingy Minogue.
Oh.
It confuses everybody.
Well, I should imagine, huh?
Well, how about it, Jack? Could you come on over tonight?
Well, I don't know, Bob. I might drop around for some laughs.
Oh, that's swell. We'll be playing out by the pool. We'll all be in our swimming trunks.
Wait a minute, Bob. Won't the boys be cold and nothing but trunks?
Yeah, but they won't play cards with each other wearing anything that has pockets or sleeves.
Well, Bob, maybe I'll drop over, even if it's just for laughs.
Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
So long, Bob.
Oh, say, Jack, what goes with Dennis Day?
What do you mean?
Well, he was over to see me last night. He wants to buy my house.
Did he offer you a good price?
Yeah, but I turned it down.
Why?
Well, he wanted me to include my Venetian blinds, drapes, and children.
What a kid. So long, Bob.
Bye, Jack.
That kid Dennis will drive everybody crazy till he finds a house.
Say, boss, I've got your breakfast ready.
Bring it in the den. I might sit around for a while and read.
Okay.
I'll get it, Rochester. Everybody's calling today. I wonder who it can be. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny, guess who is this?
Now, let's see. Sir Cedric Hardwick?
No, yes, yes.
Barry Fitzgerald?
You're getting close.
I'm getting close. Well, who is it?
Mr. Kittle.
Mr. Kittle, how come you said I was close when I said Barry Fitzgerald?
He lives next door to me.
Well, it's nice of you to call, Mr. Kittle. How are you?
Currently, I'm out of danger.
Out of danger? What was wrong?
Nobody told you?
No.
Did I hear the sea?
Really?
Yeah, first my rheumatism started acting up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I contracted a sciatic condition which had an adverse effect on my varicose veins. And simultaneously, you hear?
Yeah.
I suffered from a streptococcal throat.
I'm sorry to hear that.
The Blue Cross is sorrier.
I can imagine.
Mr. Benny, the reason I called is my brother-in-law, Bernie, is visiting me, and I wondered if you could get him tickets to your television show.
To your brother-in-law? Yes, I believe I can.
Can you also get him tickets for Denny Thomas, Boynes and Ellen, Groucho Marx, Amos and Andy? Let me see who else.
Mr. Kittle, you're certainly nice to your brother-in-law.
It's a pleasure to get him out of the house.
Oh.
Also, could you get him tickets to Jackie Gleason's show?
But that's in New York.
Bless you, heart.
I can do, Mr. Kittle. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye. I don't know, these days with radio and television, I haven't been reading very much. A lot of good books here, too. The High and the Mighty by Ernest Gann. Look Who's Abroad Now by Earl Wilson. I read them both. They're good books. Let's see what else. The Sea Around Us. Battle Cry. Here's a copy of The Theory of Relativity by Albert Einstein. Oh, I read that. I remember it has 496 pages. Those numbers were the only thing I understood. Here's a book I haven't read. The Purple Pirate. Gee, that ought to be good. So many pirate pictures out now. I think I'll read this one. The Purple Pirate, Chapter 1.
Yes, I am a pirate. My name is Captain Morgan. As my story opens, we had been at sea almost a year. My ship had just captured a rich prize, a schooner homeward bound from the Orient and laden with cargo. We transferred her cargo to our hold, and the crew lined the rail and watched as we prepared to send the captured vessel to the bottom.
All right, gunners. We're going to sink her. Fire!
She's sinking fast, Captain.
Good. Tell me, Red Robert, did we get much booty?
Was a rich haul, Captain. 100 bolts of silk, 50 barrels of rare spices, 10 sacks filled with gold, and 4 cases of ideal dog food.
Fine. My supply was running low.
That isn't all the loot, sir. We found a small sack of diamonds, some rubies, and best of all, a woman's dress.
A woman's dress? What's so wonderful about that?
Oh, you ought to see what's in it.
You mean we've captured a woman?
Yes, sir, and we also captured the captain of that ship.
Good. Bring him to me.
Aye, aye, sir.
In a few minutes, both the captain and the girl were standing before me. I looked them over very carefully for a long time. Finally, I spoke.
Which one of you is the captain?
He is, of course.
There was no doubt about it. I'd been away from land too long. As I stood there, the schooner's gruff captain turned to me and spoke.
Are you the captain of these pirates?
Yes.
Are you responsible for blowing my ship to bits?
Yes.
Did you make some of my men walk the plank?
Yes.
Did you hang all the rest of them?
Yes.
Do you think that was nice?
No. Well, what?
I sent him below, then I turned my attention to the girl. She was wearing a tight skirt, a yellow sweater, and a large button that said, "I like Louis the 14th." Stood before me, I remembered the superstition of the sea. A woman aboard a pirate ship is an omen of bad luck. I was in a predicament. Should I keep her aboard and risk mutiny, or make her walk the plank? I decided to flip a coin. Heads, she stays. Tails, she walks the plank. So happy over the rich prize we had captured, they didn't mind a woman being aboard. And that evening, as we sailed the tropical sea neath the full moon, they even gathered around the quarterdeck and began to sing.
Sailing, sailing over the bounding main. For many a stormy wind shall blow, our Jack comes home again. Sailing, sailing over the bounding main. We're happy-go-lucky that you know. It's Rockies once again. LMFC, all the sailors agree that LMFC. Find the back of you see. Every sailor man is hopping on a lucky, cause there's nothing that'll be as good or lucky when you're out at sea. Lucky Strike is wild, very tasty, that's true. Lucky Strike is brown, and it's fully packed too. Don't forget that something tell you here's a tip that you will turn your only LMFC will do. Oh, it's LMFC. LMFC. Get the tell, let's tell it, LMFC. Oh, it's LMFC. LMFC. Get the tell, let's tell it, LMFC. Light up a lucky storm.
Continued scouring the sea, and then our luck went bad. We sighted no more ships. Our supplies ran low. The men were in a mutinous mood. They became surly and refused to obey orders. And then suddenly, we were attacked by the most ruthless of all French pirates, Dennis Lafitte.
Red Robert, get the men to their battle station.
Aye, aye, sir. Bagby, Remley, Fletcher, Kimmick, man your guns. It's no use, Captain, it's no use. The men are revolting. Would you repeat that? The men are revolting.
You've caught on to these guys already, huh?
The battle went badly, and we suffered heavy casualties. Finally, to save lives, I decided to surrender. I grabbed a white flag and started to wave it.
Hey, give me those back.
I'm sorry, miss, but this is no time to be doing your laundry.
We were taken prisoners and immediately locked in the dark hold of the ship. For 3 days, we didn't see our cruel captor. Dennis Lafitte didn't kill his prisoners by making them walk the plank. Oh, no. He was too cruel for that. He would make you stick your head through a hole in the canvas while his crew lined up and threw baseballs at you. This wasn't so bad, but the men behind you with those darts were murdered. Finally, on the 4th day, he ordered me and the girl to be brought to him. As we stood trembling before Lafitte, the terror of the 7 seas, he said,
Nom de cochon, qui sait votre grand-père chine de la pendre? April in Paris. Huh? You are in the presence of the great Lafitte. Kneel, you pig.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now you kneel, too.
Yes, sir.
Ah, how I love to play the leapfrog.
What are your plans for us, Lafitte?
For you, mon capitaine, you have the choice of joining me or dying.
Well, I'll join you. Do I still retain my rank as captain?
Captain. You fool, you'll be my slave.
A slave? I'd rather die first. You don't know us Englishmen very well.
All right, you die.
What about the girl? Are you going to kill her?
You don't know us Frenchmen very well.
What?
I shall marry the girl and make her the pirate queen. She will be my wife, my sweetheart. And now I kiss her.
She'd rather die first.
You keep out of there.
I was in a predicament. Either I became Lafitte's slave or I walked the plank. I didn't know what.
There's the door button. Right in the most interesting part. I can't even read a book around here. Rochester! Oh, darn it. Coming. Middle of a book.
Mr. Benny?
Yes?
I'm from Beacon's Van and Storage Company. We got 2 truckloads to unload here.
Furniture?
No, ideal dog food.
Well, put it in the swimming pool. The garage is full.
Friends, every minute, day and night, a destructive fire starts. And in 9 out of 10 cases, most fires start because someone was careless. Don't let that someone be you. Be sure your electrical wiring is properly installed. Put cigarettes and matches out before you discard them. Be on guard constantly against fire. Remember, only you can prevent fires. Jack will be back in a minute to tell you about his television program, which goes on at 7 p.m. tonight over the CBS television network. But first, here's a word for anyone who enjoys a good cigarette.
If you want better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste yet. It's the toasted cigarette. They taste fine. Tobacco is light. Tobacco is mild. Tobacco too. And it's toasted. Yes, it's toasted. Because the toasting brings the flavor right through. So to get better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste yet. It's the toasted cigarette.
All you have to do is look at a pack of Lucky's, friends, and you'll see the reasons for Lucky's better taste printed right on the pack. LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Light, naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. And it's toasted. It's toasted to taste better. It's toasted is the famous Lucky Strike process that tones up Lucky's fine tobacco, bringing it to its peak of flavor, making it taste even better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. So be happy. Go Lucky. Make your next carton of cigarettes better tasting Lucky Strike.
If you want better taste from your cigarette, Lucky Strike is the brand to get. It's toasted to give you the best taste yet. It's the toasted cigarette.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to tell you about my television show, but we're a little late, so tune in and watch it. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny Show tonight was written by Milt Josephsberg, John Tackerberry, Hal Goldman, Al Gordon, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Monk. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky, taste better.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Better get a carton, better get a carton, better get a carton today.
Hello, friends. This is Don Wilson. Lucky's do taste better, cleaner, fresher, and smoother. And you know, a nationwide survey in 80 leading colleges based on actual student interviews reveals that more smokers in these colleges prefer Lucky's than any other cigarette, by a wide margin, too. What's more, Lucky Strike gained far more smokers in these colleges than the nation's 2 other principal brands combined. And why? Lucky's better taste. Yes, sir. Better taste is the number one reason the students gave for smoking Lucky's. Of course, when it comes to real smoking enjoyment, nothing beats better taste. And Lucky Strike is the cigarette that gives you better taste. So get the cleaner, fresher, smoother taste you want in your cigarette. Next pack you buy, make it Lucky Strike.
Lucky Strike, fine tobacco. Lucky Strike, fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Better get a carton, better get a carton, better get a carton today.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, immediately after this program, Jack Benny does his television show. Meanwhile, let's go back to last Thursday and show you how our gang spent Thanksgiving. Our scene opens in Jack's home in Beverly Hills.
Night and day, I am the one. Thanksgiving comes and goes, but I'm never done.
Rochester.
I'm working all the time. I'm nothing but a one-man assembly line. Night and day.
Esperanza.
Day and night.
Mario, what's come over you? You've been singing all day today.
Well, I'm happy, boss. Here it is Thanksgiving, and I could have been born a turkey.
Oh. You wouldn't have liked that, huh?
No, I couldn't stand being in an oven undressed and people looking in at me every few minutes.
I know. Say, Rochester, I'm going to Miss Livingston's house for a Thanksgiving party, so will you help me get dressed? I'm going formal, you know.
Okay, but if I were you, I'd change my mind about wearing that old tuxedo.
Why, what'd you do to it?
Oh, it's nothing I did, boss. But the last time I went to get it, the closet was full of moths.
Moths? Oh, my goodness. Were they eating my tuxedo?
Eating it? They didn't even look up when I came in.
Well, do you think the holes will show?
I don't know, but if the wind is blowing, face it, boss. Face it.
Well, I don't care. I'm still going to wear them.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, hello, Mary.
The whole gang is here. When are you coming over?
Pretty soon. And, Mary, I got a surprise for you. I'm going to dress formal.
Formal? But, Jack, that tuxedo of yours is so old it's green.
Mary, my tuxedo isn't green.
Okay, but stay away from the salad bowl. You may get stabbed with a fork.
Oh, stop, will you?
Jack, the reason I called you is, well, I've been so busy getting the dinner ready for you and the gang, I forgot to get some flowers. So I thought maybe you'd stop over at the florist and bring me some.
Okay, Mary. I'll bring you half a dozen roses.
Only a half dozen? But, Jack, they don't cost so much.
Well, no, the roses alone don't, Mary, but you're going to the expense of the entire dinner. Why should you spend any more? You know, after all, you're doing enough.
Jack, I meant for you to buy the roses.
Oh. Well, Mary, you didn't have to beat around the bush. Why didn't you come right out and say so? Of course I'll bring them. Goodbye. I'll get it, Rochester. When you say I beg your pardon, then I'll come back to you. When you ask me to.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Well, hello, Mr. Kitson. Mr. Kitzel, what brings you here?
I was passing by and I stopped to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's nice of you. Come on in.
Thank you. Wait till I tie this leash.
Oh, you got your dog with you?
No, my turkey. I'm taking it out for a walk.
Mr. Kitzel, you're taking a turkey for a walk?
A long walk.
Why?
By the time we get home, she'll be so glad to lay down, the rest will be easy.
Oh, well, tell me, Mr. Kitzel, are you going to have much company at your Thanksgiving dinner?
My wife's relatives.
Oh, just your wife's relatives?
Just. Ooh. You should have so many listeners.
Gee. How many are going to be there?
My wife's mother and father, her sister Claudette, her 3 brothers, one of her aunts, 2 of her nephews, and a distant cousin from Wyoming.
Wyoming?
Wild Bill Shapiro.
Wild Bill Shapiro? Oh, he's a cowboy?
No, a used car dealer.
Say, your wife really has a big family. Do they always come to your house for Thanksgiving dinner?
Unfortunately, yes. And this time they came early.
When did they come?
In 1947.
Mr. Kitzel, you're joking.
Well, I got to be going, Mr. Benny. Goodbye.
So long, Mr. Kitzel, and a happy Thanksgiving.
I'll force myself.
You'll make it. Goodbye. Imagine so many relatives. Oh, my goodness, look what time it is. Rochester, help me get dressed now. I'm late for Miss Livingston's party. Gee, I'll bet the whole gang is there already having a wonderful time.
Now, let's have some more entertainment. Bob, how about a song?
Yeah, come on. No, Mary, it's your turn to sing.
Not me.
I'll tell you what, Mary. Let's sing a number together.
Yeah, go ahead, kids. The Sportsman Quartet will join you.
So you met someone who set you back on your heels. Goody, goody. So you met someone and now you know how it feels. Goody, goody. So you gave her your heart too.
Yeah, just as I gave mine to you.
And she broke it in little pieces.
That was a mess.
Now how do you do? So you lie awake just singing the blues all night. Goody, goody. So you think that love's a barrel of dynamite. Hooray and hallelujah, you had it coming to ya. Goody, goody for you.
Goody, goody for me.
And I hope you're satisfied, you rascal you.
Every time you lie to Lucky, you're gonna say, goody, goody, 'cause the Lucky's made much better in every way. Goody, goody,
goody, goody.
Stripes tastes better too. They're smoother, smoke it's true. Take a look at that fine tobacco, cleaner through and through. Everybody knows a Lucky has no loose ends. Goody, goody, you can recommend a Lucky Strike to your friends. The Christmas rush is starting.
Hallelujah.
My Lucky's by the carton. Goody, goody for you. Goody, goody for me. Lucky Strike's a better tasting cigarette.
Everybody's gonna have a fine time tonight. Goody, goody. With a song and dance, the party has started right. Be happy and go lucky. Smoke Luckies from Kentucky. Goody, goody for you.
Goody, goody for you.
Yes, goody, goody for me.
Goody, goody for me. Lucky Strike's a better tasting cigarette.
Really wonderful. Bob, it was a swell idea. You're bringing the whole band here to Mary's house.
Well, I thought it'd be kind of nice to have some music.
Bob, I don't mind your band being here, but your boys have a lot of nerve putting one of my best dishes on the piano for an ashtray.
Well, what ashtrays? That's for tips.
Tips? What a gang.
Say, Mary, when do we eat?
Not till Jack gets here.
Well, Mary, I don't care for myself, but I wish you'd feed the boys in the band. They're starving.
Well, can't they hold out?
Well, I don't think so. Gee, I just passed them some crackers and Bagby ate my wristwatch.
No.
Yeah, he thought the strap was a long anchovy.
Well, Bob, we'll eat in just about a few minutes.
I hope so. I've been here ever since 6:30 this morning.
6:30 this morning? Dennis, how come you got here so early?
Well, I got to come by bus, and I wanted to make sure I'd be here on time.
Well, Dennis, how far do you live from here?
3 miles.
Well, if you only live 3 miles away, why did you start out so early?
Who knew I'd take the right bus?
Well, then then you did take the right bus.
It must have been. It got me to San Diego in time to catch the plane back here.
Wait a minute, Dennis. You took a bus to San Diego and then flew back here to Los Angeles? Why'd you do that?
Oh, the only way I know how to get to your house is from the airport.
Oh, fine. Don, you better take Dennis home tonight.
Sure, Mary. What time do you want to go, Dennis?
Oh, anytime, Don. Our plane doesn't leave for San Diego till midnight.
Dennis, do your mother and father celebrate Thanksgiving?
No.
I didn't think so.
Mary, when the food's all ready, let me know, and I'm going to help you serve it.
Well, thank you, Bob, but it won't be necessary. I've hired a butler for the day. I'll get it. I can't give you anything but love. Oh, hello, Jack. What took you so long?
I don't know, but it's about time. I'll tell you what took me so long, Mary. I had to stop for the flowers. Here you are, Mary.
Well, thank you.
Is everybody here?
Sure, they're in the living room. Let's go in. Jack, you did wear that old tuxedo, didn't you?
Oh, it's not so old. Hiya, fellas.
Oh, hi.
Hello, Bob.
Hiya, Jack. Wow, say, that is original.
What?
Oh, a tuxedo made out of chlorophyll.
It is not made out of chlorophyll.
Well, it could use a little.
Never mind. It's a perfectly good suit. There's nothing wrong with it.
I've got one just like it.
You see?
I wear it in all the St. Patrick's Day parades.
Dennis, do me a favor. Don't be on my side. Now go sit down.
Thanks. I've been here ever since 6:30.
He thinks I'm going to ask him why. He's crazy. For $1 million. I'm not going to go through what happened 3 weeks ago.
Well, say, Jack, you should have been here a few minutes ago. I did a tap dance.
You did, eh? Well, you kids must have been having a lot of fun.
Yeah, gee, it's great getting together on Thanksgiving like this.
You said it, Bob. And this year, you know, we should all be thankful. I know I am. See, when I get up in the morning and I hear the birds singing, I got the beautiful moonlight at night, I get all the fresh air I need, all the sunshine I want.
So far, it hasn't cost you a dime.
What are you complaining about? You got your flowers, didn't you? Now, let's not stand around arguing. What we need is entertainment.
That's right. Say, Dennis, it'll be a little while before we eat. So how about a song?
Yeah, come on, Dennis. How about it?
Come on, Denny, go ahead.
Yeah, it's about time somebody asked me. I've been here ever since 6:30.
I'm not going to ask them why.
Jack, while Dennis is singing, will you mix the salad?
Sure, Mary, but let me wear your apron. I don't want to get my tuxedo dirty.
Okay. Here you are.
Thanks. Now, Dennis, go ahead and sing your... I'll get it, Mary. I'll get the door. Hold the song till I come back, kid. When you say, I beg your pardon, then I'll come back to you. When you ask me to... Yes?
How do you do? Is this Miss Livingston's residence?
Yes, it is.
Well, Miss Livingston is expecting me for Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, well, come right in. You got here just in time. The fun's just started.
How nice.
Here, Here, let me take your hat.
Thank you.
Your coat?
Thank you.
Now, follow me. Hey, kids! Oh, pardon me. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Jack Benny.
How do you do? I'm the new butler.
Hey, kids! What? The butler?
Yes. Are you the downstairs maid?
I happen to be a guest here. I'm wearing this apron because I don't want to get salad dressing on my chlorophyll. I mean, my tuxedo. If you're the butler, the kitchen is right through that door.
Thank you.
Jack, who is at the door?
Nobody.
Well, whose coat and hat are you carrying?
Oh, darn it, they're your butlers. He just came in. All right. Go ahead and sing, Dennis.
Well, Mr. Benny, I'm going to introduce a new song, and if you like it, maybe you'll want to use it on your television show.
Maybe. Let's hear it. Come on.
That I have for you. Sweetheart, won't you try dreaming too and fly with me afar up to a star for a rendezvous. Dreams are all I and the special dreams you inspire fill my lonely heart with desire to take you for my own, for mine alone, then dream anew. We'll have rainbows for our wedding jubilee and an ever-ending June night, as long as we demand it be. Dreams, yes, dreams alone. I have nothing else I confess. Still I know we'll find happiness. My heart within me cries, please close your eyes and dream, dear, with me.
Fellas, everybody in the dining room. Dinner's on the table.
It's about time. I've been here ever since 6:30.
Dennis, I'm not going to ask you why, so be quiet. Hey, kids, I'll tell you what. Let's all march in the dining room. Let's have a good old conga line.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da, boom. Da-da-da-da-da, boom. Da-da-da-da-da, boom. Don, if you can't control it, don't swing it. For heaven's sake.
Oh, Jack, you and your ideas. Now, come on in, fellas. The dinner will get cold.
Okay, let's go.
Jack, we're short of chairs. Bring in the piano bench.
All right, be with you in a minute. Hey, what's this dish on top of the piano? Well.
Hey, Jack, you get your hands out of there. That's for the boys.
Oh.
Jack!
How can she see from the other room? Here I come with the piano bench.
I wonder what's keeping that butler. Oh, Croveney.
know why. I don't know why you hired that smart aleck butler anyway. Hey, Crowdney.
Yes, sir.
Crowdney, we're ready. Crowdney, why did you come in here barefooted? Where are your shoes?
I'm sorry. I took them off by mistake.
What?
I used to work in a winery.
Stop with the joke. Just bring in the food.
All right.
What a butler. Well, I still can't understand what made you hire him.
The dinner is served. Here's the turkey.
Gee, that turkey looks good.
Jack, will you do the carving?
Sure, I love to carve. Give me that knife. Mary, what do you want, white meat or dark meat?
White meat, please.
How about you, Dennis?
Oh, I'll have a drumstick.
Okay. Now, Don, would you like the white meat, dark meat, a leg, or a wing?
Yes, thank you, with mashed potatoes.
Say, Bob, look at Bagby. He's eating with his hands.
Yeah. Hey, Bagby.
What do you want?
Have you tried your knife and fork?
Yes, and they're delicious.
What?
Yeah, he eats everything. Wristbands, jewelry, shoehorns.
How do you like that?
Oh, Miss Livingston, shall I serve the hot biscuits now?
Yes, Crowdney.
I'll have one.
Very well. There.
Crowdney, don't throw the biscuits.
Certainly not.
Why don't you stand closer to the table?
I've been watching these people eat, and I don't want to get any on me.
Crowdney, your job is just to serve the food and not to antagonize the guests.
Yes, madam.
Say, Mr. Benny, how about making a speech?
Yeah, go ahead, Jack. Say something.
Well...
You know, this is the first time we've all had dinner together in a long time, so go ahead, make a speech.
Okay. Well, kids, it's sure nice for all of us to be here on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, a day set aside where families can get together in common bond and humbly give thanks in a spirit of brotherly love.
Hear, hear.
Thank you. A day that was originally started by the Pilgrim Fathers. The Pilgrim Fathers. That stalwart, staunch group of men and women who left their native shore.
Don, stop eating.
And after many months of suffering, had their hardship rewarded by safely landing at Cape Cod in the year of 1620. Yes, our Pilgrim Fathers...
Jack.
Our Pilgrim Fathers...
Jack.
What is it, Don?
The Pilgrims didn't land at Cape Cod. They landed at Plymouth Rock.
No, Don. It was Cape Cod.
Jack, any schoolboy knows it was Plymouth Rock. How can you say Cape Cod?
Don, don't tell me anything about history. I went to school, too. I say the Pilgrims landed at Cape Cod.
They didn't land at Cape Cod. It was Plymouth Rock.
Don, they landed at Cape Cod, and if you don't...
Jack, put down that carving knife.
Oh, pardon me.
Beast!
Crowdney, you stay out of it. Now, Don, this is Thanksgiving, so let's not quarrel. You think it was Plymouth Rock? I know it was Cape Cod. You can take my word for it. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, so do I. It was Plymouth Rock.
It was Cape Cod.
Oh, for heaven's sake, cut it out. Crowdney, serve the dessert, will you?
I will if those two gentlemen will get off the table.
I will if he will.
I'll have some more of that white meat.
That's my leg.
You should have told me sooner. I put some gravy on it.
Well, wipe it off. Now, Don Wilson, I think it's awful for you to come here on Thanksgiving, accept Mary's hospitality, and start a big argument like this.
I didn't start the argument. You did. And you can ask anybody, and they'll tell you the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock.
I don't care who you ask. I still say they landed at Cape Cod.
Jack, for goodness sake, finish the speech you started.
I'll do it if everybody will shut up. Now, as I was saying, friends, we're gathered here
on Thanksgiving Day in a spirit of friendship.
I gathered at 6:30.
Friendship, a word that in itself represents that binding tie between all people. Let's try, friends. Let's try to keep the feeling that is so prevalent on this day throughout the entire year. So whenever you feel discouraged, just think of the spirit of those pilgrims who sailed across the ocean deep and finally landed at Cape Cod. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in just a minute because I want to tell you about my television show, which goes on immediately after this program. But first...
Lucky tastes better.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Better get a carton today.
Friends, you'll cheer Lucky's too once you smoke them, because in a cigarette, nothing beats better taste. And Lucky's do taste better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. Now, this better taste starts with Lucky's fine, mild, good-tasting tobacco. Everybody knows LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And just as important, Lucky's taste better because they're made better. They're made round and firm and fully packed to give you a cleaner, fresher, smoother taste. No wonder a nationwide survey based on actual student interviews in 80 leading colleges reveals that more smokers in these colleges prefer Lucky's than any other cigarette. Yes, and Lucky Strike gained far more smokers in these colleges than the nation's two other principal brands combined. Now, the number one reason the students gave for smoking Lucky's was better taste. No doubt about it. Nothing beats better taste. And Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Remember that when you step up to your favorite cigarette counter. Be happy. Go Lucky. Get better taste today.
Be happy. Go Lucky. Get better taste today.
Boss, you haven't got time to read. You're supposed to do your television show in 30 seconds.
I know, Rochester. I'm not reading. I'm just looking something up in this history book. Here it is. In the year of 1620, the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock. Gee, it wasn't Cape Cod. It was Plymouth Rock. Don Wilson was right. Well, I hate to do this, but I guess I'll just have to call him up and fire him. If he's so smart, he can get another job. See you in a few seconds, folks.
The Jack Benny program this week was written by Milt Josephsberg, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Al Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike. Nothing beats better taste.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Remember that, friends, for real smoking enjoyment, nothing beats better taste. And Lucky's taste better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. I'd like to explain just why that is. So let's start where Lucky's do, with good-tasting tobacco. You just have to have Lucky's fine, light, naturally mild tobacco to begin with, or you'll never wind up with Lucky's better taste. And friends, remember this. Lucky's are made better, to taste cleaner, fresher, and smoother. That's the secret of real smoking enjoyment. Lucky's fine tobacco in a cigarette that's made better to taste better, to give you a cleaner, fresher, smoother tasting smoke. So be happy, go Lucky, and get the better taste you're entitled to. When you stop at a cigarette counter, stop and consider this. Nothing beats better taste.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, the Sportsman Quartet, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go out to Jack Benny's house in Beverly Hills. And even though this is only the first week in December, Jack is preparing to mail his Christmas cards early.
Well, let me see, Rochester. Who else do I want to send a Christmas card to? Oh, yes, put down Joan Crawford, Barbara Stanwyck.
A little slower, boss. I can't write that fast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Joan Crawford.
Barbara Stanwyck.
Barbara Stanwyck.
Yasha Heifetz.
Yasha. Boss, do you send a Christmas card to Yasha Heifetz?
Well, certainly. After all, we have a lot in common. You know, as a matter of fact, last year, Mr. Heifetz sent me a string off the violin he used when he gave a concert in Carnegie Hall.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
By the way, Rochester, what did I do with that string?
You put it in your pajamas.
Oh, yes. Tonight, remind me to put some rosin on it. The knot slipped. Now, hey, wait a minute. If the violin string is in my pajamas, where's the pajama string?
On your violin.
Oh, yes. Now, let's get on with this list. Oh, there's one Christmas card I must send out to General Eisenhower.
Do you know his address?
No. Oh, I know. I'll address the envelope this way. General Dwight D. Eisenhower, Washington, D.C. Care of Harry Truman, please hold. I'll send one to President Truman, too. Mark that one, please forward. Now, let's see. Who else should I... Rochester, was that the front door buzzer?
Yes, sir. There it goes again.
Well, go answer it.
Oh, that's right. You made the beds this morning.
Yes, I did. It's your turn. Answer the door now.
Yes, sir. Coming. Oh, hello, Miss Livingston. Hello, Mr. Crosby.
Hello, Rochester. Mr. Benny in?
Oh, yes, he's in the den. He's been working all day addressing Christmas cards.
He sold that many, huh?
Oh, these are his personal cards. The ones he's sending to his friends.
Am I on the list?
Oh, yes, Miss Livingston. And next to your name is a notation, wristwatch.
A wristwatch, huh?
And next to Mr. Crosby's name is gold cufflinks.
Hey, Mary, isn't that wonderful? A wristwatch next to your name and gold cufflinks next to mine.
Bob, don't get excited. Jack is just trying to guess what he's going to get from us.
Well, that old blue-eyed fox.
Well, come on, Bob. Let's go in the den.
Okay.
Hello, Jack.
Huh? Oh, hello, Mary.
Hi, Jack.
Hello, Coupling. Hello.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm addressing some Christmas cards. Mary, do you think I ought to send a card...
Jack, that's the door buzzer.
So what? I made the beds this morning. Rochester.
Oh, yes. Come in.
Well, I could have done that.
Hey, where is everybody?
In here, Dennis, in the den.
Oh. Hello, Mr. Benny. Hello, Mary. Hello, Bob.
Hello, Dennis.
Hiya, kid.
Hello, Dennis.
Hey, Mr. Benny, I got a big surprise for you.
A surprise?
Yeah, I don't know whether you know it or not, Mr. Benny, but I'm a member of the Elks Club.
Oh, I know that.
And every year we give an award to the one whom we select as the outstanding personality on radio and television.
Well.
And since I was the one who nominated you and campaigned for you, I felt that I should be the one to come over here and tell you.
Well, certainly.
You lost. Melanie.
I lost?
But believe me, Mr. Benny, the way it turned out, you don't have to feel bad.
I don't?
Nah, you didn't even come close. But you got one vote.
Well, thanks anyway, kid.
Don't thank me. I voted for Chef Milani.
Dennis, for heaven's sake, if you nominated me and campaigned for me, why did you vote for Chef Milani?
I thought it was time for a change.
That I can't understand at all. Look, Dennis, I'll bet you came over here and made that whole thing up. You don't even belong to the Elks.
Oh, yes, I do, Mr. Benny, and they told me I'm one of the most important members they've got.
A silly kid like you? Why would you be important to the Elks?
Well, every time they take in a new member, they pull out one of my teeth.
Now cut that out! Dennis, I don't want any more trouble from you. Just let me hear the song you're going to do on the program.
Okay, but I might whistle a little. A new member joined today.
All right, whistle, but do it. Let's hear the song.
The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice to know to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The door is always open, the neighbors pay a call, and Father John, before he's gone, will bless the house and all. How grand it feels to click your heels and join in the fun of the jigs and reels. I'm handing you no Barney, the likes you've never known. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home.
The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home.
It was Cousin O'Flaherty, Uncle O'Shaughnessy, Michael, me brother, and Auntie McGee, and Father and Mother were all in a dither when Terence the baby crawled under the tree.
It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home.
It was Paddy Delahanty who dressed up like Santa and gave out the presents like he always does. But Johnny McGee, when he sat on his knee, tried to pull off his whiskers to see who it was.
The door is always open, the neighbors pay a call,
and Father John, before he's gone, will bless the house and all.
How grand it feels to click your heels and join in the fun of the jigs and reels. I'm handing you no Barney,
the like you've never known. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home.
That was very good. It'll be fine on the program, kid.
Don't call me kid.
What?
I've been with you 12 years and you keep calling me kid.
What do you want me to call you?
Mr. Day.
You want me to call you Mr. Day?
Yeah, that's what my mother calls my father.
Well, that's ridiculous. Why would your mother call your father Mr.?
Since I was born, they haven't been such good friends.
Well, that I can understand. Sometimes I... Come in. Oh, hello, Don.
Well, hi, kid.
Hello, Don.
Say, Don, where were you last night?
Why? What do you mean?
Well, you should have been with us. Jack took us all to the movies. We went to Pantages to see The Happy Time.
That's right, Don. I treated the gang to dinner and everything.
Dinner, too? Gosh, where'd you eat?
In the theater. He bought us popcorn.
Oh, stop. I suppose you think they'd give you those candy bars.
Did you like The Happy Time?
Uh-huh. You know, Don, in fact, I liked it so much, I think we may do a sketch about it on our program.
Well, Jack, do you think that our cast will fit the characters in the picture?
Oh, they'd be marvelous, Don. You see, the leading role in The Happy Time is played by Charles Boyer.
Oh, and he was just wonderful.
That's right. You see, Don, in this picture, Charles Boyer is the father of a family. He's in show business and plays the violin. Come to think of it, I probably would have fit the part much better than he did. I wonder why they didn't call me when they were casting the picture.
Well, maybe they didn't know you were available, Jack.
He's been available since the horn blows at midnight.
I've had offers since then, sister. As a matter of fact, I played a small but very important part in a picture called Somebody Loves Me. It's the life story of Blossom Seeley and Benny Field.
Oh, I saw that picture, Mr. Benny. You appeared as yourself, didn't you?
Yes, Dennis, I played the part of Jack Benny.
I thought it was lousy casting.
Word here is bad. I don't know where he put lousy. Put in anything he wants. He's not working for me. I'm working for him. Dennis, one more crack like that, I'm going to join the Elks. Now, what were we talking about?
The happy time. You said you wanted to do it on radio.
Oh, yes. Now, Don, Boyer's wife in the picture could be Mary, and they had a 12-year-old son who was very much like Dennis.
I'm older than that.
Physically, yes. Now, Don, there were all sorts of wonderful characters in the happy time, including Uncle Louie, an eccentric who always goes around drinking from a water cooler filled with wine. Bob, do you think you could play that part?
Well, I don't know, Jack. You see, I don't drink.
But, Bob, this is only wine.
Yeah, but you can get stinking on that stuff, too.
I guess so. Don't forget he's a Frenchman, too. You play a Frenchman. Well, Bob, play that part anyway, but don't overact, will you?
Oh, the characters sound fine, but what about the story? Would that be appropriate for a sketch?
Oh, the story'd be perfect, Don. You see, the happy time takes place in the year 1924 in Ottawa, Canada. The scene is the home of Jacques Bonnard and his family. The story opens one day with Jacques practicing his violin.
What is it, Marie?
Your violin. Why are you practicing it? I thought you woke me up with the headache.
That is right, mon chéri. But the headache is all gone. I feel better.
Good. What did you take for it?
An Alka-Seltzer.
Listen to him fizz. Practicing. It is driving me crazy.
But, darling, if I do not practice, I will not be able to complete the symphony I am working on. I'm going to call it Quand vous dites je suis affligé, quand j'y reviendrai à toi.
Oh, what a lovely title. When you say I beg your pardon, then I to you will come back.
Yes. What is wrong with his violin?
Your pajama string. She is out of tune.
By the way, Marie, where is Grandpapa?
Your papa, he is sleeping late. He was out all night again.
Oh. Ah, here he is now. Good morning, Papa. You were out late again last night, were you not? Oui, oui. You were out with a girl? Oui, oui. Was she pretty? Oui, oui. What was her name? Fifi. Fifi?
Oui, oui.
Well, Papa, I think tonight for once you do not go out. You go to sleep early.
But no, I must go out tonight. My girlfriend is giving me a birthday party.
Oh, that is right. This is your birthday. How old are you, Papa?
39.
Oh, yes.
Wait a minute, Jacques. How old are you?
39.
Jacques, how can you and your papa both be 39?
You are right, Marie. It is ridiculous for Papa to say he is 39. I will talk to him. Papa, dites-moi pourquoi nous sommes si mêmes?
Oh, mon fils, je rive la première et il est l'ultime.
Oh.
What did Papa say?
He say he got there first. It is his.
Well, au revoir. I have to be going.
Goodbye, Papa. Don't stay out too late.
Jacques, why do you keep practicing that same song?
It is a new number we are going to do in the theater.
A solo?
No, not exactly. You see, I start on the violin, then a quartet joins in, and Marie, it will sound something like this.
On se rappelle toujours son premier maîtresse. J'ai gardé le mien, nous sommes des prêtres. Un jour qu'il est des clous, tous deux on s'était plus. On sait pas pourquoi de choses en fait. Et bien, quand tout va s'y façon, Valentina. Et bien, quand tout va s'y façon, tout je t'en attention. Ton ténèbre, et bien, un tout va s'y façon, Moquelati.
Vous tracez petit paton, ces petits tétons,
son petit menton. C'est comme un menton. Et tienne les petits, Moquelati. Oui, the lucky is for me. Praise the angels, we Paris. Be happy and go north. Be bright, be happy, everything. Valentina.
For the clean and fresh, smooth smoke that's having
no loose ends. No rapport, je sais la femme Vincent. C'est Paris, it's
Did you like it, Marie?
Oh, that was beautiful, Jacques.
Here is Uncle Louis.
Hello, Jacques. Hello, Marie. Oh, what a day. Where can I put my cooler of wine?
He used to speak French good, but he spent Christmas in Killarney. Fine Frenchman, we got it. Louis, I am curious. For years I have seen you carry that cooler around. Tell me, what kind of wine do you keep in it?
Manet.
Manet Bordeaux?
Manet Chebavet.
Chebavet? Manet Chebavet? Oui. Louis, why do you not try to change? Why do you associate with people like that guitar player?
You mean Francois Remley?
Yes, that Francois Remley. That fellow is one of the worst.
Wait a minute, Jacques. Francois Remley is not as bad as you think. In fact, he is quite the gentleman.
What do you mean, mon chéri?
Well, yesterday after the rain, there was a big puddle of water on the boulevard. And so that I would not get my feet wet, Monsieur Remley let me step on his coat.
He did not let you. He just happened to be lying there. Tomorrow, it could be Monsieur Bagby. So do not think that... our son, Denis, is home from school.
Hello, Mama. Hello, Papa. Hello, Uncle Louis.
Hello, my son.
Hello, Denise. How did you do with your studies today, Denise?
Well...
Jack, you do not have to worry about how our son does in school. He is, as the Americans say, pretty sharp.
Marie, mon chéri, it does not necessarily mean a boy is sharp because his head had come to a point. He is, as the Americans also say, a jerk.
Merci beaucoup, Papa.
You are welcome.
I am going to my room. I am making a handkerchief box for Mignonette.
Ho, ho! The little boy is in love with the maid.
Denise in love with our maid? Is this true?
Yes, Mama.
But, son, you cannot be in love with the maid. You are only 12.
Mentally, yes.
Jack, this is serious. I think you should have a talk with the maid.
Very well. Where is Mignonette?
She's in the kitchen.
I will go see her. Excuse me. Imagine my little boy Denise in love with the maid. But I cannot blame Denise for being in love with Mignonette. She is not an ordinary maid. She used to be a dancer in the theater.
Oh. Hello, Monsieur Bonnard.
Mignonette, put down those fans and get off the ironing. I wish to talk to you about my son, Denis.
It is about time, monsieur. You know, he has the puppy love crush on me. I do not know why. I only kissed him once.
Wait a minute, Mignonette. If you kiss the boy, then you encourage him.
Oh, no, monsieur. It was not a real kiss. It was just a little one. Like this. Here, I will show you. There. You see, it was not much.
No, it was nothing. Help me down off the ironing. Thank you. Mignonette, I do not know what to do about my son.
Monsieur Bonnard, your Denise is growing up. You should have a talk with him and tell him the facts of life.
You are right. I shall go to his room.
Oh, there's no need to go. Here he is now.
Hello, Mignonette. Hello, Papa.
Dennis, your father wishes to talk with you. I shall leave you two alone.
Now, Denise, I wish to have a talk with you. Mignonette told me that you kissed her.
That is right, Papa.
Denise, my boy, there are some things you should know about life.
Yes, Papa.
There comes a time in a father's life when he must have a man-to-man talk with his son.
What is it, Papa?
I will explain. When I was a young man, I met your mama. I asked her to go out with me. I courted her. I got a job. She waited for me. I worked till I could afford a diamond ring. Then I proposed to her. She accepted me. Then we were married.
And then you got me.
Yes. It was hardly worth it. But this is the way it is with love, son. Even with the birds and the bees.
I think I understand, Papa.
Good. Now go outside and play.
Yes, Papa.
Well, I am glad that he's over. He is so young, impressionable. I am glad I was able to make him understand. He is a good boy. And someday...
Papa!
Denise, my boy, what is the matter? Your lips are all swollen.
You and your crazy bees.
That could only happen to my son, Daniel.
last year, more than 250,000 homes were ravaged by fire. Thousands of Americans lost their lives. And most of these fires were caused by someone's carelessness. So be extremely careful with fire. Replace all defective electrical wiring in your home. Don't smoke in bed. And be sure that every match or cigarette is out. Remember, only you can prevent fires. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a moment. But first, nothing beats better taste.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Yes, when it comes to your own enjoyment of a cigarette, nothing beats better taste. And Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. You can prove that yourself when you smoke Lucky's. Or you can ask any Lucky smoker. Or take college students from coast to coast. A nationwide survey in 80 leading colleges, based on actual student interviews, reveals that far more smokers in these colleges prefer Lucky's than any other cigarette. And that's by a wide margin. What's more, Lucky Strike gained far more smokers in these colleges than the nation's two other principal brands combined. And the number one reason the students gave for smoking Lucky's was better taste. Yes, indeed. And because Lucky's do taste better, they'll make a wonderful gift for all the smokers on your Christmas list. Besides, you can now get Lucky's in their bright and cheery new Christmas carton, created by Raymond Loewy, the world-famous designer. You'll find it at any cigarette counter. So make it a lucky Christmas. Give everyone a colorful Christmas carton of Lucky Strike.
Be happy, go lucky, be happy, get better taste. Be happy, go lucky, for Christmas gifts this year.
John, that will give you a rough idea of the picture of the happy time. But you ought to see it. You'll enjoy it. There are a lot of characters that I didn't tell you. Where's the phone? I'll get it. Hello? Yes, he's here. You want to talk to him? What? Yes. Yes, I'll give him the message. Goodbye. Dennis?
Yes, Papa?
On the way to your Elks meeting tonight, get some Novocaine. A new member just joined. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Packaberry, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Martin. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
Casey and Claire and Andy will follow immediately on the CBS Radio Network.